This is the news of Microsoft Windows. It just keeps getting worse.
February 2025. Security researchers at Kaspersky Labs published a report that sends shockwaves through the tech industry. Windows 12, currently in beta testing with 2.3 million users, has a critical architectural flaw. The new AI-powered security system called Sentinel is supposed to protect your computer from threats. Instead, it's creating vulnerabilities that didn't exist before. The flaw allows malware to exploit Sentinel's deep system access to gain complete control of infected machines. Worse, Sentinel runs at kernel level with privileges even administrators don't have. Once compromised, it gives attackers God mode access, total control, everything on your computer. And because Sentinel is integrated into Windows 12's core architecture, it can't be disabled without breaking the entire operating system. Microsoft has known about this for 7 months. Internal emails leaked to The Verge show engineers warning executives in July 2024 that Sentinel's design creates catastrophic security risks. Those warnings were ignored. Microsoft pushed forward with Windows 12 development. Now, with launch planned for October 2025, they face an impossible choice: delay Windows 12 for complete redesign, or ship an operating system with built-in security vulnerabilities affecting billions of users worldwide. The Sentinel architecture, disaster.
This works by allowing attackers to steal user data secretly without users having to click.
Windows 12's flagship feature is Sentinel, an AI security system that monitors everything happening on your computer in real time. Every file opened, every process started, every network connection, every keystroke. Sentinel analyzes this data using machine learning to detect threats before they cause damage. Microsoft marketed it as revolutionary. Security that thinks like a hacker to stop hackers. The problem is the implementation. Sentinel requires kernel-level access to monitor everything effectively. It runs with Ring 0 privileges. That's the deepest level of system access possible. More powerful than administrator accounts. More powerful than antivirus software. More powerful than Windows Defender. Sentinel sees everything and can modify anything. Microsoft designed it this way intentionally. To catch sophisticated threats, Sentinel needs unrestricted access. Security researcher Marcus Hutchins, famous for stopping the WannaCry ransomware in 2017, analyzed Sentinel's architecture. His January 2025 report is damning. Sentinel is a single point of catastrophic failure. If malware compromises Sentinel, it inherits kernel-level privileges. That means total system control. The attacker can disable all other security software, hide processes from Task Manager, intercept all network traffic, log every password entered, install persistent backdoors that survive operating system reinstalls. This isn't a vulnerability. It's a fundamental architectural design flaw. The leaked Microsoft emails confirm engineers said exactly this during development. One email from July 2024, sent by a senior security architect to Windows Division leadership. Sentinel's current design violates basic security principles. We're creating a single high-privilege component that, if compromised, gives attackers complete control. This is the opposite of defense in depth. We should segment Sentinel's capabilities across multiple isolated components with limited privileges. The current architecture is indefensible from a security standpoint. The response from a VP of Windows development: Sentinel's unified architecture is a key differentiator. Competitors don't have AA security with this level of system integration. Segmenting it reduces effectiveness and increases latency. Security concerns are noted, but don't outweigh competitive advantage. Proceed with current design. The proof of concept exploits.
I could see how this could be exploited, malware capabilities. A lot of really bad shenanigans can happen.
By December 2024, security researchers developed proof of concept exploits. These aren't theoretical vulnerabilities. They're working attacks demonstrated on real Windows 12 beta installations. The most concerning comes from a team at Georgia Tech. They created malware that exploits a buffer overflow in Sentinel's AI model processing. When Sentinel analyzes a specially crafted file, the overflow allows attackers to inject code that runs with Sentinel's kernel privileges. Once executed, the malware has complete system control. The attack works reliably. Success rate in testing, 94%. The researchers responsibly disclosed it to Microsoft in October 2024. Microsoft's patch doesn't fix the underlying problem. It addresses that specific exploit, but the fundamental issue remains. Sentinel's architecture allows similar attacks through different vectors. A second proof of concept from Checkpoint Research exploits Sentinel's cloud connectivity. Sentinel uploads anonymized behavior data to Microsoft's cloud for AI model training. The researchers discovered they can hijack this connection, send malicious commands disguised as AI model updates. Sentinel trusts data from Microsoft servers implicitly, doesn't validate it properly. The fake update contains code that runs with kernel privileges. Again, total system compromise. Both research teams published their findings publicly after Microsoft failed to adequately address the issues. The technical details are available. Malware developers are studying them. Windows 12's official launch is 8 months away. Once millions of users install it, these vulnerabilities become billion-dollar opportunities for cybercriminals. The Corporate Beta Tester Rebellion.
It basically is a chatbot that you as a user can access once you log in, and it's also directly integrated into your Office apps, including Outlook and Excel.
Microsoft offered Windows 12 beta to enterprise customers in August 2024. Major corporations enrolled to test it on limited deployments. By January 2025, those companies are pulling out of the beta program and issuing internal bans on Windows 12. JP Morgan Chase tested Windows 12 on 5,000 employee computers. Their security team identified multiple concerning behaviors. Sentinel's telemetry uploads include more data than disclosed. Application usage, document titles, websites visited, all sent to Microsoft servers despite privacy settings configured to minimize data collection. The security team captured and analyzed the network traffic, found that Sentinel's privacy controls are largely cosmetic. It collects comprehensive activity logs regardless of user preferences. JP Morgan's CISO sent a memo to all IT staff in December 2024. Windows 12 beta testing is terminated immediately. All test machines must be re-imaged with Windows 10 or 11. Windows 12 will not be approved for deployment. The security risks and privacy violations are unacceptable for financial services operations. This decision is final. Citigroup reached identical conclusions. So did Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. By January 2025, every major U.S. bank banned Windows 12 deployment. Financial services industry reached consensus. Windows 12's security architecture is incompatible with regulatory compliance requirements. Healthcare organizations followed. Hospitals can't risk patient data. Exposure. HIPAA compliance is mandatory. Sentinel's data collection and security vulnerabilities violate HIPAA requirements. Kaiser Permanente, Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, Johns Hopkins all banned Windows 12 after security assessments. One hospital, CISO, stated publicly, Windows 12 would expose us to potential HIPAA violations and malpractice liability. It's not deployable in healthcare environments. Government agencies are also backing away. The U.S. Department of Defense tested Windows 12 for possible deployment to administrative systems. Security Review identified Sentinel as unacceptable risk to classified and sensitive information. DoD banned Windows 12 across all military networks in November 2024. If the Pentagon won't deploy it, what does that say about security? The leaked internal Microsoft chaos.
Windows 12 is really far from happening. So the first thing that I want to clear is that Windows 12 is not happening this year.
Internal Microsoft communications leaked throughout January 2025 reveal panic and finger-pointing. Engineers blame executives for ignoring warnings. Executives blame engineers for inadequate implementation. Marketing blames both for creating a PR disaster. Everyone agrees Windows 12 launch is in crisis. One email chain is particularly revealing. A Windows engineer to the security team in August 2024. Sentinel's kernel integration creates massive attack surface Every bug becomes potential privilege escalation. We need architectural redesign, or we're shipping a security catastrophe. Response from security team leader: agree completely. Documented risks extensively. Leadership won't authorize redesign. Schedule and competitive pressure override security concerns. Another leaked email from December 2024. A product manager to Windows division head. Enterprise beta program is collapsing. Banks pulled out. Hospitals pulled out. Government pulled out. We're losing our most important customers before launch. Without enterprise adoption, Windows 12 is DOA. Consumer market alone can't sustain the platform. Response from division head: enterprise concerns are noted. We'll address through enhanced communication about Sentinel security features and privacy protections. Product manager replies, they don't want communication. They want architectural changes. JP Morgan's security team published a 47-page analysis of why Sentinel is fundamentally flawed. We can't market our way out of documented security vulnerabilities. A January 2025 email from someone in Windows leadership to Satya Nadella directly. Windows 12 faces existential crisis. Security community united against Sentinel architecture. Enterprise customers refusing to deploy. Media coverage uniformly negative. We have 3 options. 1. Delay launch 12 to 18 months for complete Sentinel redesign. 2. Ship Windows 12 without Sentinel and lose our primary differentiator. 3. Proceed with launch and accept massive security incidents will follow. None are good options. Nadella's response isn't in the leaked emails, but Microsoft's actions suggest the internal debate is ongoing and unresolved. The Bill Gates private intervention. Bill Gates hasn't been Microsoft CEO since 2000. Hasn't been involved in day-to-day operations since stepping down from the board in 2020. But he maintains close relationships with current leadership. And according to sources familiar with the situation, he's privately intervening to push for Windows 12 delays. Gates reportedly called Satya Nadella in late December 2024, told him directly that shipping Windows 12 with Sentinel in current form would be the biggest mistake in Microsoft's history. One source paraphrased Gates' argument. Vista damaged Microsoft's reputation for years. Windows 8 was a disaster, but those were usability problems. Windows 12's security flaws could enable attacks affecting billions of users. The liability exposure is enormous. The reputational damage would be permanent. This isn't like previous Windows failures. This is existential. Gates also spoke with several board members, urged them to require independent security audit before approving launch. He's pushing for outside cybersecurity firms to evaluate Sentinel comprehensively, not Microsoft's internal security teams who face pressure to approve. Independent experts with no stake in launch schedules. His involvement is unusual. Gates typically doesn't interfere with Microsoft operations. That he's doing so indicates how serious he views the situation. When the co-founder breaks his normal distance to warn against a product launch, executives should listen. The security community consensus. What's remarkable is the unity among security professionals. Normally, cybersecurity experts disagree. Some find vulnerabilities critical, others find them minor. Debates about severity and exploitability are common. Not with Windows 12 Sentinel. The consensus is universal. It's dangerous. Bruce Schneier, one of the most respected names in cybersecurity, published a blog post in January 2025 titled Windows 12 Sentinel is Security. Theater that makes you less safe. His conclusion: Microsoft built a system that concentrates enormous power in a single component, marketed it as advanced security, but actually created a single point of total compromise. This is security theater at its most dangerous. It makes users feel protected while increasing their vulnerability. Troy Hunt, who operates the Have I Been Pawned breach notification service, posted on Twitter, "I won't be installing Windows 12 on any of my systems. I'm advising family and friends to avoid it. Sentinel's architecture is indefensible. Microsoft should delay launch indefinitely until it's completely redesigned. Shipping this would be negligent." Kevin Mitnick, the legendary hacker turned security consultant, stated in an interview, "Sentinel is a hacker's dream. One successful exploit gives you the keys to the kingdom. I could compromise a Windows 12 machine and the user would never know. No security software could detect it because I'd have higher privileges than the security software. This is worse than any vulnerability I've seen in 30 years. When the entire security industry agrees something is dangerous, that consensus means something. These aren't competitors with financial incentives to attack Microsoft. These are professionals whose expertise is protecting systems. They're unified in warning people away from Windows 12. That's unprecedented. The impossible choice facing Microsoft February 2025. Microsoft faces a decision with no good options. Option 1, delay Windows 12 launch for 12 to 18 months. Completely redesign Sentinel's architecture. Segment it into isolated components with limited privileges. Implement proper security boundaries. This is the right choice from security perspective. But it means admitting the current design is fundamentally flawed. It means missing Windows 12 launch window. Competitors gain advantage. Investors lose confidence. Enterprise customers already planning Windows 11 to Windows 12. Migrations must change plans. Option 2, ship Windows 12 without Sentinel. Remove the feature entirely. Launch with traditional security architecture similar to Windows 11. This avoids the security crisis. But Sentinel was the primary marketing differentiator. AI-powered security was supposed to make Windows 12 compelling. Without it, Windows 12 is just Windows 11 with minor UI changes. Why would users upgrade? Why would enterprises pay for licenses? The business case for Windows 12 collapses without Sentinel. Option 3, proceed with launch as planned. Ship Sentinel despite security concerns. Hope exploits don't materialize quickly. Plan to patch vulnerabilities as they're discovered. This maintains schedule and preserves marketing strategy. But it's gambling with user security. When, not if, major exploits happen, Microsoft faces liability, reputation destruction, and possible regulatory action. The long-term costs likely exceed any short-term benefits from maintaining launch. Schedule. Every option is painful. Delay and admit failure. Ship without key feature and admit it's unnecessary. Or launch and accept security disasters will follow. Microsoft's leadership is paralyzed by the choice. Where this stands.
Wikipedia even lists October 2025 as a speculative.
February 2025. Windows 12 launch is still officially scheduled for October 2025, but nobody believes that date is real anymore. Enterprise customers already refuse to deploy it. Security researchers are publishing exploits. Internal Microsoft emails show panic. Bill Gates is privately pushing for delays. The security community is united in opposition. Microsoft hasn't announced a decision, but the longer they wait, the more obvious the crisis becomes. Windows 12 was supposed to be the AI-powered future of computing. Instead, it might become the cautionary tale about prioritizing marketing over security, about ignoring engineering warnings, about shipping products that sound innovative but create more problems than they solve. If this showed you the Windows 12 security disaster, share it. Because Microsoft isn't advertising that Sentinel has fundamental security flaws. That enterprise customers banned it. That security researchers published working exploits. That even Bill Gates is warning against launch. The crisis is real. The vulnerabilities are documented. And Microsoft's decision will determine whether Windows 12 becomes a successful product or a catastrophic failure that damages computing security for billions of users worldwide.